Hello, I'm EnterElysium. Welcome to Hearts of Iron 4 1.9 update, La Resistance DLC expansion, and we are playing as Spain, specifically the Regional Defense Council of Iberia. We are anarchists. We've successfully taken over the Iberian Peninsula in the name of the people. One issue is that this is somewhat of a weird save. The Union of Britain has formed, which is communist. France is the Nation Francaise, which is fascist. Germany's already at war with France and has been for a little while now. I mean, it is 1940. It's actually a relatively peaceful 1940 because, well, Britain didn't get involved with France, and France got involved very early on with the whole Czechoslovakia thing, which is still going on, by the way. Czechoslovakia have been doing a really good job, though they're about to be defeated because Hungary got involved. It's starting to kick off, but in a very strange way where no big powers have got really into it just yet. Thankfully, Soviet Union, they're pretty normal. That helps. And looking over at Japan, Empire of Japan. Okay. Very peaceful over here. Is it normally a fascist and the Empire of Japan is more the... I can't recall. It's been a while since I played Japan. Is this the actual different Japan because they're non-aligned? It's normally fascist, right? They've gone very heavily on... So this is different, I think. It's been a while since I played Japan. But anyway, today we're going to focus on a couple of things. We're going to focus on, firstly, the fact that France is being a bit of a threat, and they're actually doing relatively well against Germany. Notice they've actually pushed out here from the Maginot Line. Luxembourg already got massively crushed, but they don't matter. Sorry, Luxembourg. If there is anyone watching from Luxembourg, sorry. But we could potentially go to war. Actually, we've got to the stage where we can actually start claiming, I think. Can we? Yeah, we can justify a war goal. It will take only 45 days. In fact, we go to war pretty early on. Whether we can actually punch through, that's a different matter. They do have a tank, and I don't think we'd want to just yet. We'd want to wait until they push much further in Germany and actually weaken Germany. And then hopefully overcommit, and then we can punch through into France. But we would need forces to do that, and ideally we'd really need, like, motorized or something to be able to take ground quickly before they manage to put their forces from fighting Germany back over to this front line. We're also suffering every other aspect. We don't have armor, we don't have an air force, the Navy is probably not going to be able to stamp to theirs, so there are downsides. Also, our fuel supply isn't great. Also, we need intelligence. Right now, we're focusing on Italy with our intelligence, and we're trying to go for steel blueprints, but there is a downside, and this is something that's going to get a little bit in-depth and complicated. Steel blueprints needs 3 agents. And if you have a look, we've got blueprint stealing and invisible ink, both of which buff blueprint stealing. However, having had a chat to some of the guys at Paradox, and I guess the game is actually now out, people have probably found this out already, you can't steal blueprints as a not major nation. It's frustrating, but you're limited to 2 agents. Despite the fact you can have blueprint stealing and invisible ink being 2 of the big upgrades. Blueprint stealing is a 3-agent job, and because of that, and because we're limited to 2 agents, we can never steal blueprints, which is probably the only really interesting thing you can do during peacetime. Which I disagree with, and I disagree quite strongly with it, especially for several reasons. Firstly, straight up, blueprint stealing and invisible ink are available. They are useless to you if you're not a nation that can get 3 or more agents. Absolutely useless. So the fact that they're available, they shouldn't be available. They either shouldn't be available or you should be able to actually use them. Secondly, you can get more agents by becoming a faction leader. You can't become a faction leader unless you have the decision in your tree, and honestly, I've never really been a fan of that. I think everyone should be able to make a faction, and it should be up to the AI whether they join it. They probably wouldn't in our case, because everyone hates anarchism, but whatever. And the other way to get a faction is... Sorry, to get a faction, to get an agent, is to get a advisor. And I don't believe any of our advisors can do that. I don't know what they'd be. Probably political advisor, right? Yeah. None of our advisors give us an additional slot. So, we're left with being classified as a minor nation, and we can never do this thing that needs 3 plus agents. I'm going to disagree so strongly with that. I think I'm going to change the nature of the game. And I know some people are going to massively disagree, because some people are like, well, I only want to play vanilla, never play anything else. And personally for me, I play whatever is fun, and I play whatever makes sense in the game. And for me, limiting it so that some countries arbitrarily can be like, you get more agents, you don't. Why? Reasons. Like, we're a big country. We're the same landmass as France. And the reason, bigger than Britain, and the reason that we can't seems a bit counterintuitive. I think it should be down to, do you want to invest in this? Do you want to spend extra factories making more upgrades? Like we did. We had, get an extra spy after 5 upgrades. Maybe they should be get another spy after 10. Or maybe they should just lower the number of people need to steal blueprints down to 2. And having had a talk to the guys at Paradox, they did say, it makes sense that you could maybe that should be 2. Now, I can't just limit that to 2. That would involve me going in and actually editing the files in a little bit more way than I'm comfortable with. But there is another way to do this, and that is by using debug. So if you go and bring up the console and you type in debug, you turn debug mode on, decisions become available. You get a load of these decisions for testing purposes. Actually, none of them are useful here. One of them I changed to be useful. Slot machine. Slot machine gives you, by default, 99 extra slots for operatives, which you will recruit over time, for about 2 years. What I did was I went in, if you want to do it yourself, you can find it. It's literally in Hearts of Iron 4, common decisions, and then I think debug decisions, and then look for slot and you'll see it. I changed it so it adds just 1 slot. I don't want to be overpowered. I just want the ability to do the intelligence game, especially since that's what the focus of this and part of this playthrough is. It's not entirely about that. It's partly about Spain, but it's also about the intelligence. And it also just makes sense for me. And then I changed it to be for 9,999 days. So we just get 1 extra slot. Nothing overpowered. We click that. And then I'm going to turn debug off, because I don't want to be able to do anything else. And in theory, if we lower the speed, there we go. And in 30 days, that should click. I think you'll only change at the end of the day, is my guess. There we go. Right, Torchbearer of Tomorrow. Research speed 5%, which is great. And division recovery rate. Inevitable counterblow. We get war support, we get training level, we get data support for unaligned. Fort construction speed, yeah. War support just 10%. That's straight up worse than the inevitable counterblow. Great, because we want to go that to ideally get down to militarize the industry, possibly fortify the Pyrenees, but I kind of want to be doing the aggressive part here. I want to be attacking rather than just saying, hey, hit me. If we get to that stage, fine, they can just hit themselves against the Pyrenees and hopefully we can hold. How's our construction doing? We're getting there. We do need to make a few more options. We're going to need more military factories at this stage. And we're going to want... three civilian factories in there. Yeah. So effectively, because I've stacked them in the same place, you'll do them one at a time rather than all parallel. So when you get to this and then you finish something else, someone else will start work on that. So we'll be interspersing them. I don't know if that makes sense. I describe it in a way that makes sense to me, and then I'm like, wait, that might not make sense because I communicate poorly. You'd think communication would be important. Did they just take everyone off this front line? I think they did. Unfortunately, I don't want to go to war without intelligence on what the hell is going on. Yeah, Czechoslovakia is a bit of a mess, but... They're pushing in. Okay. We could just go for it. Union of Britain banishes the royal family. I think they get 2 choices here. They can have, they go missing, or they banish them, which they did. In what is called a merciful decision, the entire British royal family have been banished from the country. No further comments were given by the government spokesman or the representative of the royal family themselves. Earlier today, they arrived in Canada. asked asylum there, which has been accepted. Okay. Social tyranny laid bare. Right. Okay. Are you still part of the Allies, or have you, like, renamed it to eliminate the upper class? Okay. I know Britain does get some sort of thing where they can have, like, a faction which is different from the Soviet one, and they'll be like, hey, we are the communist non-Soviet faction. I can't remember what the name of it is, but they make a faction specifically with a non-Soviet communist. France is doing very well. Field hospital. Okay. What have we got available? RT upgrade. Done. There's no point in us even declaring right now. Like, we could take 45 days to make the decision to attack. Agency upgrade. Great. I'm not going to upgrade any further. I'm actually happy with that. I want the factories actually doing, factory stuff. Be very helpful considering we don't have that many. Oh, France getting a little bit pushback now. Right, recruit an operative. Counterintelligence. This operative has ways of making people talk. We could also go for seducer. We'll go for you, because you're only going to be useful versus Italy, and we will eventually want to change our focus to France. Yeah, we'll just go for a seducer. That smells a bit scary, so I'm going to go for you. You've got shades on, which automatically makes you pretty cool. Candelaria Allen de Salazar. You're in. Right, okay. You're at 20%, which I don't think is enough. We need 35% intelligence. Okay, I'm going to get you both building the intelligence network there. Get it going a little bit faster. Czechoslovakia capitulated. Oh, hello. Bohemian Empire has been puppeted. Carpathian Ruthenia. Who do you belong to? Oh, no, that is the Bohemian Empire. Okay. It's just the bit of the mountains. Okay. You're a very strange nation. Very, very strange. Okay. Either way, that means that Germany's going to bring its forces over to France, and we might see France actually starting to have issues soon. Let's still got the Maginot Line to fall back on. Alright, we've got integrated support. Regimental combat teams, which gives support companies 20% soft attack and organization 10. And we do have 100% buff for that anyway, so that'll be going nice and fast. Might be worth recruiting some cavalry just to have, like, fast units to go in and grab land. That would, of course, take up some experience to make them. Come on, France, don't fall over immediately. I know you're falling back, but fall back to the Maginot Line and just hold there. France realigns her foreign policy. President Pierre Lavelle has announced a major shift in French foreign policy, including a thorough review of strategic alliances and political guarantees made by previous administrations. In particular, the web of alliances tying France to countries in Eastern Europe will be under scrutiny, which many observers take to mean it will be dissolved. It's a bit late now. It already got you into the war, mate. Leaders in Poland, the Bohemian Empire, and the Kingdom of Bohemia have so far refused to comment on the issue. The Bohemian Empire and the Kingdom of Romania, not Kingdom of Bohemia. Yeah. Traditionally, these three are the ones that you're guaranteeing, but you already got into that war and you've already kind of... It's less important now. It's like, yeah, you became fascist, so you want to let go of them, but you're already in the war, mate. Alright, improved computing machine. If we go for this one, it'll take 8 days, but we could just go ahead of time. And that would only take 80 days. What? Shouldn't there be an ahead of time penalty on that? I think this must be a bug. It's 1940, and that is not suffering an ahead of time penalty. I want to grab it before the computer realizes what's going on. I'm going to do it. I'm going to grab it. We want to eventually start working on our navy anyway. It's maybe not the choice I'd go for normally, but just in case something realizes... It's ahead of time, right? It's 1941. Let's just double check I'm not making this up. Yeah, that's 1941. Is it meant to be here? Is it meant to be, like, sideways? This is 1940? It's positioned as 1941. Strange. If we get that, we don't need these two. Saves us having to research them. We're going to have a really crappy tank soon. Joy. Zog submits to Italy. Right, Albania has folded. And let's have a look at our intelligence. Steel industry blueprints. Outlook is excellent, apparently. Deploy via submarine, offer bribe, hike across the border. Seems reasonable. It might burn an infiltrated asset, so it might burn the civilian administration that we went for. Okay. I don't know if I want to click commence when ready. I think I want to be notified about this. Prepare. It's going to take 120 days, and that's the issue. We can't really do anything against France without intelligence. Well, we can, if needed. But I kind of want them to just hit themselves against a wall up here for a little while anyway. And we're still getting stronger in that time, so... we do want to go straight into the next tier of tank, I think. War propaganda against the German Reich. We get more support. I'm also going to just take off the notification of you for now. And I don't want to know about war support on the German Reich. I anticipate that Paradox might eventually change the whole steel blueprints down to 2 agents. Or they might... My preferred thing would be make a way for you to actually gain more agents. Inevitable counterblow. That's perfect. National brigades. Can't get that. Right. All the way down. Militarize the industry is just going to be too good. Communal autarky is pretty good. Militarize the people is... Anarchism knows no borders. Justify war goal can be done incredibly quickly. Probably before they can move their forces back. I'm going to go militarize the industry because getting that many military factories is literally what we need right now. Despite some time to have elapsed since the conclusion of the Spanish Civil War, the expected implosion of the anarchist communes in Iberia has not come to pass. To the contrary, the communes have reportedly succeeded in stabilizing and stabilizing with 7% stability. Maybe not, mate. And rebuilt the region and continue to attract like-minded immigrants from nations across the world. And that's why we have a recruitable population, because people keep coming here. In light of continued international hostility, the communes have however elected to stay organized under the Defense Council and continue on a course of extensive armament programs. We've achieved much, but we must prepare for the worst. Okay, that seems good to me. Oh, hello. Eliminate the guerrillas. Okay, and we can core these states by just killing the guerrillas off, but it will cost us 10 army experience. Ooh. No. No, I want to spend that. That's something to do while we're actually at war, which is a bit weird. Like, hey, we're sorting out our problems at home by being at war, but I guess we're learning about how to kill off the guerrillas. Just seems a bit like you're not expecting it, but we can't really do that right now. We've got other problems that we need to solve. And soon, that will tick up to 40, where we can reorganize our units. Yeah, France is getting pushed back to the Maginot Line slowly. What I'd like to see is Germany declaring on the Soviet Union, which will probably mean that Germany are going to get crushed, but it'll be slow enough that we can push in on the nation Francais, and then they will be pissed off at the Soviet Union as well, and hopefully that will mean that they've got a double-sided war going on where we can just claim back a load of land. That's my hope. India and Pakistan went for a white peace. Interesting. Okay. We've got our improved artillery. Could go rocket artillery. We don't really have the forces to do that. By forces, I mean industry. Obviously. Words are tough. Just accept it. I don't want recon. I can't remember what's worth it. I think logistics is needed. Because I think we'll probably want to go something like signal, logistics, field hospital, artillery, and ideally rocket artillery, but without rocket artillery, it'll probably like engineers. But supply usage is going to be so key to this. Because we can't really afford to replace the supplies. I'm going to remove notifications about them for now. You're prepared. Commence. There we go. Dun 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 dun. I should probably just put auto commence on every time. France still holding strong there. And we have our 40 experience, which is perfect. Right, just for simplicity, I'm going to move the artillery over to the other side. And then we want RT, 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 and RT. There we go, 40 width. How much will this cost? 20k infantry equipment, we've got 10k. And 7,000 additional towed artillery, we have 240. I'd also want to put in, like, field hospitals and stuff that we don't have. I'm doing it anyway. And then train, because you're about to lose a lot of experience. The assassination of Leon Trotsky. He was assassinated, oh no. There we go. You've lost a bunch of experience. But good news. You can start training again. Right. We have 3 dockyards now. We can tell you to build ships. Ideally, we want to build light cruisers. But I don't think I want to make any variants yet. I want to save the experience we've got. Basic submarines are probably still a good bet. So we'll make... not 100. Maybe that was a bit much. Like, just 10. Advanced fire control system, which is lovely. Can't skip ahead to that. Oh, well. I got given a gimme. I'm okay. You know, we got the free thing. Cool. Improved infantry equipment, support weapons. Great. Yeah, let's grab those. We're going to want to also put in another fuel silo. And then probably another 2 synthetic refineries as well. Once that completes, we'll be a lot better off. We might even want to start thinking about the military intelligence now. Yeah, getting military intelligence might be very handy. We'll grab it. If we can get their army intelligence, actually know a lot more about their troops, that will help. Especially the micro. Militarize the industry. Reduce consumer goods factories, tempting. We need to go faith in the cause to militarize the people to get anarchism. There's no borders. We're just going to go communal. Yeah, reducing the consumer goods factories is going to be just really handy. Yeah. And then we've got free factories. We're going to get extra motorized because we're going to start using that soon. We're going to get one more support equipment, one more infantry equipment, and then just everything else that we get goes on to improved artillery. We need the artillery. We really do. Okay. You're working on stealing blueprints. That was going nicely over there. You've got a whole load of stuff going on. Oof. Yugoslavian aircraft purchase. That doesn't make much sense. They're gone. Oh, is it gone now? Okay. Anti-decadence. Right, what are we going to grab here? We could change like a limited conscription. Oh, we need almost bear the torch to do that? Wait, when we do almost bear the torch, we can't change our conscription law? It's only volunteers. Interesting. Okay. That is a problem. I guess it is an anarchist commune. We can't force people to... That's going to be a problem for us expanding later. Our manpower is incredibly limited. That's why we get the recruitable population buff. That's going to be a huge issue. Okay. Attempt to go tank. Because we do need the research buff. If we're going to go political power gain, we probably need to go now. We're going to go tank. Right, we got the army department. That's really all we probably want. Yeah. For now, at least. We've got to keep focused on our goal of just upgrading our industry. We'll get down probably another 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just 3? Okay, 3's fine. 3 more military factories down there. Actually, solid 4. What decisions available? Foreign influence. I'm going to hold that off for now. $41 days on that. 40 days. Nice. France pushing a little bit back out again. The main issue, if they get pushed back to Maginot Land, they're not getting back across because the river's going to... Kingdom of Romania joins Media Mores. Okay, which means Poland's now fighting Germany. Germany might just straight up lose this right now. Cordon Santier. Citing the increased dangers posed by the ideologies of the East and the West, the Romanians have announced their formation of the Cordon Sanitaire. The alliance welcomes all who find themselves strangled by fascism and communism in Eastern Europe, and already have some countries are considering joining the forces of Romania. But you're part of Media Mores. I think that wasn't meant to fire. I think that just fired on any faction join rather than creating their own faction. Soviet Union annexes Tanutuva. I think Tanutuva got like a special leader portrait that they can get if they don't get annexed, which is never. What? Nation Francais joins Poland. You join Media Mores? I guess common enemy and all that. Wow. Stalin, please attack Poland, because that's actually going to be a problem. Huh. And you're appointing a pro-Soviet government. You've got fascists. You've got appointing a pro-Soviet government with a whole, pro-Russia thing. And you've got an unaligned Poland. This is the weirdest of factions. This is a weird game. Greece joined Media Mores? I think Germany's gone. Unless Italy, joins in with Germany. You've got sent volunteers there, okay. Italy perceives closer bonds with Germany. This is maybe not the right time, mate. Okay, they did it. They joined the German Reich. Which means you're at war, yeah. No, they're not at war. They'll get invited. There we go. Now they're in a war. Okay. It's a very odd decision to do that. I guess you just, you wanted to go for it. Fair enough. This is a mess over here. Greece is going to be fighting you. You're fighting Greece and... Oh, God. The one chance you have is punching out into Savoy. Okay. Up on tanks again. Let's get the CDC. Once we get you, I want to start building that. Oh, hello. "13 days. Communal autarky. And I think we've got to go to Anarchism Knows No Borders so we can be, very quick on our decisions. Hey, we need to attack. Sure. Bam. We can do, a 7-day declare. Regimental combat teams. Mechanized defensive. Not as useful for us right now. And will take ages to do. Might actually be worthwhile just trying something different. We can go excavation. It's quick. We got a 100% bonus to that. What else is there? Oh, improved infantry equipment. Yeah, we've got to grab that. How's the training going? Netherlands joins Media Mores is becoming a powerhouse. Netherlands were attacked. They're the new allies. Poland, damn. Following the breakup of war with France, Germany's applied strong pressure than ever to the countries of the Benelux. With French and British backing, however, they're refusing to give in to pressure. Are you going to join the war, Britain? Belgium joined. Wow. Media Mores is the faction to be. Okay, fair enough. This could go either way. It really depends what Soviet Union does, I guess. God knows what Britain's going to do. We just got to pick our time. Finished. Ooh. Says in progress here. Completed. We've gained insight into the advanced technology, improved fire control system. God damn it! We've literally got the best of one of those. Now we remove civilian infiltration in Italy. Close. Okay. I think we've got to start working on infiltrating France. And if we lose someone, then we lose someone. Actually, you're really good at counterintelligence. So we'll put you on counterintelligence in Madrid. We'll send you in instead. They might well get killed. Because, again, they're not French. But we'll recruit some French people. Hi. Where do I do the recruit thing? I don't think I can right now. When it comes up, we'll definitely be, like, recruiting French people. Okay, you're all trained up. Great. Definitely need more infantry equipment and artillery. Gonna move you up to there. Logistics Company 1. Handy. I mean, we need... Oh, we do have 10 arm experience. Okay. Yeah, we can use that. I'm gonna go straight to Logistics Company 2. We need it. We don't have a choice here. Our divisions desperately need... Oi, your symbol's now artillery. You're not artillery. I know it might look like it. Yeah, you're named Republican Infantry. I guess you're just like, hey, you've got so much artillery in here, you must be artillery. Okay, what's like an infantry symbol? I really wish the base symbols were in here as well. The fist is more like... That's more like resistance, right? I can't really go for the fist. Can't really go for the cavalry like symbol. It's a knight. Pawn. They're not pawns. They're people. They're important. I guess we go with the rifle symbol. And then we'll grab Logistics Company. Save them on a little bit of resources. And then save that. And then, hey, support equipment. We need more. Great. And then everyone needs to train again. We want to grab... What do I want to grab? We could just grab the artillery upgrade here. It's only slightly ahead of time. Yeah. Oh, hello. France is getting pushed back a bit. Oh, damn. Poland's actually getting pushed back quite heavily as well. Krakow's fallen. That decides it. I think we have to start justifying. I think we do a... We could do a 50-day declare, costing us 10 political power, increases world tension by 20. But importantly, it would make it somewhat cheap to get those in the peace deal at the end. We could go 60. I think we'll go 60 day. We have to just decide this now. We're going to war. Which means... with only 24 units, we're going to be in some trouble. We could... I'm going to push everyone to the front line. It's a risk. Front line. There we go. Offensive line. Push to the river. This is a risk. We're not ready to go for this. But I'm hoping they're distracted enough. It's like, look at that infantry equipment. That's not changing anytime soon. We're suffering a -8 deficiency. Ah! Oh, God. Yep, and then we got France is starting like, oh, we need to put people here. Hi, France. I think we might... I don't want to take one away from motorized because we do need that in future. I think we'll take one away from support equipment. Infantry equipment has to be the priority here. They do have a tank on our border, which is going to be a bit of an issue. Support equipment still negative. Ugh. This is not looking good for us. But next episode, we're going to take this. Next episode, we're going to war, and hopefully we'll grab ourselves some France, because that will give us a whole load of factories that we desperately need. Of course, there'll be resistance, but we'll see what we can do with that with our intelligence agents. Right now, they're busy creating networks. And hopefully we can even maybe infiltrate the army or something. If it goes on long enough. I'm hoping for like a blitzkrieg win here. I've been EnterElysium. We've got faith in the cause. We can do this. We will militarize the people. And we are angered by French posturing. Regardless, we must ready the people for war. The French military presence close to our territory has sparked increased concern. Yeah, see, they put people on the border. How dare they? How dare they? They put people on the border. That is just asking for it. Just, we got to attack them before they attack us, right? This is preemptive self-defense. That seems justified to me. I'm going to go with that. Preemptive self-defense. I've been EnterElysium. Like, subscribe, and until next time, stay shiny.